Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 6th issue of the New 52 Justice League story. Now, as you know, the early issues from issue 1 to 6 were adapted for Justice League War, and some elements were used for Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League, and let's get on the story. The cover mainly has Darkseid looking on with Batman, Superman, and the others defeated, and the story starts off with a writer known as David, who will later play a crucial role in a few issues later, where we kind of see how him and his family try to kind of get out alive until he sees the Justice League getting into action, taking on Darkseid. We see how Wonder Woman says, "Speak, Darkseid, why are you here?" "For her." "Who her?" And we kind of see how Cyborg is trying to kind of keep the computer system and the boom tubes under control, and of course he kind of sees that the mother box are kind of calling to him, and we kind of see how Batman enters into Apocalypse, where we kind of see how Darkseid's minions, Steppenwolf and Desaad, are working on Superman to become a new breed of super soldiers, and we kind of see him saying, "Our master will not stop until he is found, Steppenwolf. Then neither shall we. All hail Darkseid. All hail Darkseid." Now, I know it's established that Darkseid and Highfather are brothers in the sort of newer continuity, so I kind of get it that Steppenwolf is no longer Darkseid's uncle, so my only real guess is that Steppenwolf is meant to be more of a second-in-command, or a more heavier hitter. And we kind of see how Wonder Woman tries to kind of get Darkseid on his bad side, and he says, "He is man, as is your world." And we see how Wonder Woman says that the world doesn't belong to one person, but for everyone. And we kind of see how she uses her sword to stab Darkseid right in the eyes. And then we kind of see how Aquaman gets ready to stab the other. And of course, they decide to kind of help get Cyborg to kind of short-circuit every boom tube, so Darkseid's forces can't come back onto Earth again. And we see how Jordan says, "Whatever you're doing, kid, keep doing it." And we kind of see how Darkseid's eyes light up in a kind of atomic explosion. And we see how Desaad says, "Her mother boxes, they're activating. We're under attack. Secure Superman. Secure." And we see how the two Apocalypsians end up kind of being taken back. And we see how Bruce manages to rescue Clark. And we see how Clark learns there's a multiverse, other people being slaughtered. And we kind of see how, as soon as Darkseid says, "I am Darkseid, we need Superman." And of course, Superman busts through, taking on Darkseid. And we kind of see them saying, "Superman? Where the hell did he come from? Kryptonian, you are coming back with me. Look how I am." And we kind of see they try to push Darkseid back into the boom tube. And we kind of see how Batman encourages Cyborg to kind of close the sort of boom tubes, and that's not the machines, it's him. And of course, we see how Darkseid eventually gets taken back into Apocalypse thanks to Cyborg, and of course, short-circuiting every boom tube, and them saying, "They're all gone. Nice job, kid. Every one of those mother boxes is fries. Then they won't be able to come back anytime soon. We're being watched." And we kind of see how the public are now cheering for their heroes, and we kind of see how after this they're kind of hailed as heroes by the president, and we kind of see how they wonder if they're going to be a team or not. But we see how they're called into action one last time, and we kind of see how Flash gives them the name, the Super 7. I know in Justice League War it was kind of Shazam who says it, and we see how Hal says, "The Super 7? Well, we'll think of something. And we see how David's book is meant to be a copy for his biography known as the Justice League, and confirming that their next battle was Starro, the Conqueror. And we see how in London, two unknown people are talking about other heroes coming out of the woodwork. And we see the next story afterwards is meant to be involving a guy dead. A person known as Pandora is met by the Phantom Stranger, talking about her actions and everything that's happened with the timeline. And we kind of see how they get into an argument where Pandora gets her guns and tries to shoot him, the Phantom Stranger, down, Bayonetta style, but of course he can't die, and points out that, we see how Pandora points out that he is going to get help from the Justice League, whether they like it or not. And this is the story. So I think issue 1 to 6 is actually not bad. Again, you can tell Jeff Jones was trying to go with a bigger kind of improvement story. I think, in my opinion, Jeff Jones knew what he was trying to bring for Justice League as Darkseid as the first major threat. I think when you had Josh Welding taking over productions for the 2017 Justice League movie, I think him using Steppenwolf made more sense, because I think Steppenwolf is a bit of an underrated character, and I think it's a shame they do put him under the rug, given the fact he's meant to be Darkseid's uncle. And there's a lot you can do with him trying to up and take control of Darkseid's throne. But I think the story still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.